Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? This is the good old Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Republican Network. Oh man, the more and more that Donald Trump opens his mouth, is further that he's digging himself a bigger hole. It's like each word is like one big scoop of dirt to bury his presidency in the ground. Iran has a new supreme leader. And I want to read a couple of things here. Um, and it really kind of really pissed off Trump, which I don't fucking care. Um, See, there's three stories here. One of them is Trump says mutual decision with Israel will end Iran war. Yeah, the same Iran war that Trump and Netanyahu invaded. Did Congress did Congress approve this war? I don't think so. Pre-war U.S. intel assess found intervention in Iran wasn't likely to change leadership. Okay. Let's see here. Trump more popular than Harris. Newsom survey. I don't give a fuck. Trump says Iran war will be over pretty quickly, but U.S. hasn't won enough yet. Ram coach Netanyahu met Israel spies to push Trump toward Iran strikes. Wall Street Journal report. Trump says he's not happy about Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khomeini. White House considering a raid to seize Karg Island, Axios. Seventh service member killed. Seventh U.S. service member killed in Iran war, as identified as Army Sergeant. Here's something that I want you to know. Okay. Okay. Israel is losing a lot of people. Okay. Saudi Arabia just arrested 2 Israeli spies. Okay. This war in Iran is backfiring. It's blowing up in Trump's face and blowing up in Netanyahu's face. So it's this whole war against Iran is seriously backfiring because the U.S. and Israel is losing soldiers. Like seriously, you know. Okay, see here. Okay, copy. Let's see here. All right. Control V. I mean, it's like this. Look, Trump was so about taking over, going in there, remove the leadership, and hopefully he'd be involved in the chosen leadership of Iran. Right? So here's the thing. You ask yourself, I mean, it's flung up in both their faces, man. You know, when you think about all the things Trump said in the last couple of weeks. Okay? Now, Netanyahu, if Israel did it themselves, they would have used their nukes. So they're saving their nukes and bringing our military in because we're using bunker busters. Right? We're using bunker busters. Now, Iran just fired a couple of missiles into Israel. Right? Now, these missiles, they've had in case. But the thing is, did Congress approve this war? I mean, did Congress really approve? What was there a vote for it? Or was it the usual backdoor deal? I bet it was the usual backdoor deal. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Hey, brother.
Ole!
Ole.
Little dick wick, playing with his prick. Don't the smell just make you sick?
Oh, man.
So what's good?
Could you believe the war against Iran is backfiring?
Oh, gee, big surprise. The Pentagon only told him that it would.
Because here's the funny part. Saudi Arabia arrested 2 Israeli spies for
Yeah.
bombings.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And remember what Trump said? I want to be there to choose a new leader for Iran. Remember that? Yes, he's a
Yeah.
new leader.
He's an idiot.
Khamenei's son. He's the new supreme leader.
Yeah? Are you really surprised?
No,
I mean,
because we
who
all
else
know it would
were the
happen.
mullahs going to elect?
I mean,
Seriously, who else were the mullahs going to elect, bro?
all like Trump is hoping for a regime change. Well, survey says too late.
No.
Too late. Too late.
I mean, everybody was explaining to him that this would take fucking years and resources that you don't have, and would
Yes.
effectively tank your economic recovery.
This is why 7 presidents were smart enough not to fuck with Iran.
Well, it just goes to show that he's not exactly that smart. I mean, He's going to wind up bankrupting this country just like he bankrupted his businesses. And this time, the Rothschilds and J.P. Morgan aren't going to fucking bail his ass out.
No.
They're going to leave his ass high and fucking dry because he will have served his use in collapsing the United States.
Exactly. Big
which is
time
what they
pig
wanted.
come in. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't seem to get it.
No, I've been kind of paying attention to this here for a bit, and I'm laughing because China is now in the corner of Iran.
Well, yeah. China stands to make a lot of money through the Strait of Hormuz and other areas.
Exactly.
Okay, this is a big obstruction to business. Plus, Russia and Iran are allies. Russia and China are allies. Now, you figure Israel is the one starting all this shit. Now, you want to talk in terms of a biblical prophecy here. You remember the 200 million man army of Revelations, right?
Yeah.
The Great Pit was open, the four angels came out, and there was a 2 million man army that marched on Israel. Russia and China combined have that army. They have the numbers in their military.
Exactly.
This is negatively impacting them economically and diplomatically in terms of their relations. So it would not be surprising if you'd see some sort of a biblical context or something people could ascribe as a biblical context with Russia and China pushing back on Israel on Iran's behalf.
Well, if you think about it, Iraq's been backing Iran for the last few days.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Middle East is going to band together to defend their own because it's been Israel against the Middle East. Israel wants to pretty much take over the Middle East, which is fine if they have the fucking power to do it. But they're looking to us to fucking be the military strong arm and the financier of that because they do not have the money or the military might to do it. They want to conquer the Middle East. They want to have us conquer the Middle East for them and go bankrupt doing it.
It's kind of like what you said when you mentioned the little dog is leading the big dog and shit kind of thing, you know?
That's exactly what it is. America's the big dog and Israel is the little dog. And, you know, for anybody tuning in that wants to sit there and harp on the whole Abrahamic covenant and Genesis and all that, consider this. The majority of the Israeli population does not support its government. They want Netanyahu out of power. Netanyahu is a war criminal and is one of the big reasons as to why he is keeping these wars going, because so long as there's conflict in the Middle East, he does not have to step down and face criminal prosecution for his war crimes. The Israeli people have had it up to here with this guy. So if you want to say bless Israel, bless and support the people of Israel who are tired of a tyrant and a small percentage of Zionists making their lives a living fucking hell, making the lives of the Jewish people a living fucking hell. Because you figure it's not you. It said that the Jews have been kicked out of 109 countries, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is it all the Jews that are the problem? Or is it just a handful of assholes that are making life difficult for everybody, including the Jews, who are getting the fucking backlash for the bad behavior of this small group of individuals? Such as the Rothschilds, J.P. Morgans, people like Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, is it the Israels? Is it the Jews that are the problem? Or is it the small handful of people masquerading as Jews, the Ciabatta Jews, as you call them, who are fucking things up for the legitimate Jews who are just trying to live their lives and are having their lives fucked up and circumvented because these people want to be assholes, leaving the respective countries with no other alternative but to go with the mentality of get rid of them all. We don't know who the problem is, so we just got to get rid of all the Jews. Because you got a handful of assholes who are hiding behind the name of Israel and Judaism so as to use the anti-Semitism card, and are just dragging the Jewish community down with them. And I'm sorry to be hijacking your show, but point needs to be made.
Hey, man, you're good. The ones who are really doing this are the ones who are basically pretty much from Eastern European people that change their name to sound Jewish. Are the ones that helped create the state of Israel. Who are
it was the
Ukrainian,
Rothschilds.
Polish, Russia, the Rothschilds.
And the Rothschilds were the financiers.
Now, they expose on who aren't really Jewish, and there's a few Ukrainians, Polish, Georgians, and shit like that, who are even Netanyahu. He's half Polish, and not really Jewish in general. Just he's half Jewish but half Polish. His dad was Polish. He had a Polish last name. Wasn't born in Israel. He was born in Poland.
Yeah, I mean, you figure it was what 70-something AD when Rome burnt down the temple and kicked the Israelites out of their homeland.
Yeah.
Okay, that was about 70 AD, 70 years after time of Christ. Okay. And again, in terms of the biblical context, because these people say they ascribe to the Torah, the Old Testament, and the laws of Moses. The law of Moses states that the Abrahamic covenant only applied, and Christians will support this idea, that it only applied to the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, these people can't even trace their lineage back to the 12 tribes of Israel. And in terms of leadership, especially in the church, you have to be, as this is as per the law of Moses, you have to be of the sons of Levi in order to enact in the affairs of the tabernacle. And you must be a member of the bloodline of Aaron, Moses' brother, Aaron, in order to hold the Aaronic priesthood and officiate in church in any capacity of church authority, including temple ordinances.
Exactly. Now we all know that we also know that Iran is not Christian or Islam.
No,
it's another religion, and it's like one of the oldest religions in the Middle East, besides Christianity and Judaism and Islam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know which direction you're heading with that, but in terms of the theology, most of these people got along up until the late 1940s when Israel was reestablished. Even then, it wasn't really that big of a problem, and it hasn't really become a problem until like the past 30, 40 years. Even when Israel was founded after the end of World War II, there was relative peace in the Middle East for the most part because Europe had already circumvented the Palestinian territory.
I want to now before Islam, the predominant religion in Iran was Zoroastrian. It's spelled Zoroastrianism.
Okay, and for those who don't know, do go ahead and give the definition of what that theology is.
It is mechanism. Mechanism. It's Manichae.
Mechanism.
And also it's Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism.
Okay.
Zoroastrianism.
Okay. Does your search basically give a breakdown of what these theologies are?
It is the main following religion during the Achaemenid Empire, 550 to 330 BC. Pantheon Empire, 247 BC to 224 AD, and the Sasanian Empire, 224 to 661 AD. Another Iranian religion known as Mechanism was presented in Iran during the period. Jewish and Christianity communities, the Church of the East, thrived especially in the territories of northwestern, western, and southern Iran, mainly Caucasian, Albanian, Assyrian, Persian, Armenia, and Caucasian Liberia.
Okay, so basically, it was just it was the Muslim faith without Muhammad's bullshit.
Yeah,
is what it's sounding like.
Yeah,
because this is a theology I'm not readily familiar with, and most people probably wouldn't be familiar with it. So that's why I was asking.
a significant number of Iranian people also adhered to Buddhism in what was eastern Iran, such as early religion of Bactria and Sogdia, Sogdia.
Okay.
Between 632 and 632 and 64 AD, the Rashidun Caliphate conquered Iran for the next 6 centuries of Umayyad and Abbasid rule, as well as an Iran rule during the Iranian intermezzo, while Iran, although initially resisted, gradually adopted Islam as national predominant faith. Sunni Islam was a prominent form of Islam before the devastating Mongol conquest of 1219 to 1221 AD, but in the advent of the Safavid Empire, 1501 to 1763, the Shiism became the prominent faith of Iran.
Shiites.
Yeah, Shiism.
So, yeah. So, for those who don't know, pretty much we're talking about the Shiites.
Yeah, they have number of surveys on current religious makeup of Iran. They use cell phones, face-to-face survey nodes show very high percentages of Iranians identifying as Muslim. 99.98% of the official 2011 Iranian government census, whose number were used by the CIA World Fact Book. Survey says bullshit book. 96% of World Value Survey of 2020 CIA World Fact Book estimate that 2020 98.5% of population adhered to Islam. Online social media based survey conducted that the Gaman, Gamaan, which is changed referral to self-select participation, reports that the Shiite Muslim constitutes 32% of Iranians in 2020, 56% in February 2022, 37.5% in December 2022.
So basically, what
37.9%.
we are getting at is, just to clarify, correct me, this is the direction you're going, is
Yeah.
that the Israelis are not even fighting against the true Muslims. They say it's an Israeli versus Muslim problem, and these guys aren't traditional Muslims in the traditional sense,
Yeah.
is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
In 2024, Iran scored out of four religious freedom by Freedom House. Christianity, Judaism, and Zoroastrianism are officially recognized and protected and reserved seats in the Iranian parliament. Iran is home of the second largest Jewish community in the Muslim world and in the Middle East. The three largest Muslim religious minorities in Iran are followers of the Baha'i faith, Christianity, and Judaism. Sometime after 1844, the Baha'i community became the largest religious minority group in Iran. They have been persecuted throughout their existence and are not recognized as faith by the Iranian government.
Fun. So basically, Israel just wants to pick a fight with somebody who's just trying to mind their own fucking business.
Yeah.
Because they want to take over the territory and merge that people's Jewish population with their own.
Yeah.
Why are we not surprised? Because hasn't it always been one of their biggest agendas was to get the majority, all if not most of the Jewish population to exodus to Israel?
Well, the thing is, not every Jewish individual wants to go back home. They're happy where they're at.
Isn't that the Israeli objective? Is to get all the Jews to essentially force the hands of all the Jews to go back to Israel, get them kicked out of their varying countries, cause all this chaos and whatnot, in order to either get them to come to the country or absorb that country as their own, namely the Middle East.
Pretty much. But the thing is, I bet if you ask any Jewish person in Iran, do they want to go back to Israel or stay in Iran? I bet they'll say, we want to stay here in Iran.
Well, I mean, obviously, or else they wouldn't be in Iran. I mean, that's kind of an oxymoron.
Exactly. But it's kind of funny, as I mentioned, that here Trump said, I want to be there to help choose a new leader of Iran. Dude, look, you have done more harm than good, you orange man fat ass.
Yeah. Yes.
And I could agree. Look, this is why 7 presidents were smart enough not to fuck with Iran.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing in it.
No, it's a bad move. It's going to end badly no matter how you look at it. And even if we manage to get a regime change in there that Trump would be okay with, it wouldn't be until Trump's either long out of office or probably died of old age by the time that would be accomplished. And I can understand, I'm not a Trump apologist here, but I will point out the reality of the situation. I can understand why Trump wants to be at the forefront of a regime change rather than leaving it up to Israel or even the CIA to do that, because every time either one of those parties has been left to be responsible for a regime change in any given area, it's gone badly. I mean, you look at ISIS now in charge of Syria because Israel put him in there. I'm sorry, but you know what? Wasn't ISIS the ones that did 9/11 and all that shit? Or so we were told. Why the fuck would you want them in charge of Syria? That's like dumb. Okay,
I've been thinking about that. Really? I think Israel did that.
Israel did do that because they want continuous conflict. They want an enemy to continue to fight. They want somebody, they want to be able to play the victim and to continue to use the United States and other major countries as their sugar daddy and militant strong arm for their own agendas. They want to be the sole survivor of in the world, and the rest of the world just collapse. They want to be a utopia while the rest of the world fucking burns and collapses. And they laugh and dance just like they did on 9/11. That's their goal. They want an Israel first world, and everybody else is just done. Like, you remember the original Super Mario Brothers movie, right? The one from the 90s with Bob Hoskins?
Yeah.
You remember when Koopa was looking at the globe and it had that big city on the globe, and the rest of the globe was just desert?
Yeah.
That's what Israel wants. They want their utopia world, and the rest of the world, they want their utopia land, and the rest of the world is just desert and desolate.
Exactly.
That's their end goal.
But will it happen? I doubt it.
No, because everybody's waking up to their shit. I mean, even with all their control of the media over the years, and even with their subsequent control over varying social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter before it became X and so on and so forth, they were losing the battle of information. And even now, they are so desperate that they're trying to buy up all these social media platforms and have all these social media influencers to push information or disinformation. Like, isn't it like $7,000 per publication that they are paying to social media influencers? It's like $7,000 per post or $7,000 per pro-Israel publication.
Well, at the time of the election 2 years ago, the DNC was paying what, 25,000? Was it 200? Was it $200,000 to influencers like Harry Assistant and shit, and
Yeah,
Dan Withers and shit. Those little
yeah,
bastards.
I believe it's like $7,000 now per post. It's like $7,000 per post, or maybe $7,000 a month. I don't know. The number is $7,000. I'm not sure what the per capita that is, but it's $7,000 per influencer to be a pro-Israel propagandist. Now, I don't know if that's weekly, monthly, or per post or what. I just know it's a consistent $7,000, which
They're
I think is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, they look. Look, I'm gonna say this right now. They're going out there way far, man. Like literally far. Okay.
They
Now
are.
here's something that you guys at home need to know. Okay. If you have the new Samsung phone, let me part you on a little secret. Okay, a little teacher here. Okay, guys. If you have the brand new Samsung smartphone, good luck, because Israel just installed an app on a Samsung that if you delete it, it's a kid coming back. Okay.
And what does that app do?
Collects information.
Well, then
This
I'm
is
fucked because
bad.
I'm on a Samsung right now.
New one?
I don't know if it's a new one. It's several months old. It's a refurbished one. I've had it for about 6 months or so.
Well, you're good, man. You're good, man. You're good. Because tell you what, Israel is hoping to buy up TikTok and shit. Because again, they're still losing the war on information.
They are. And they're dumping all this money into it. $7,000 per post or whatever it is to every social media influencer they got on their payroll.
Brother,
to convince the world that they're not assholes.
Man. Yeah, it's a waste of money, dude. You know, I mean,
it's a waste of our money because where do you think all that money's coming from? We and our tax dollars are paying these people who are in turn paying these propaganda campaigns to try to convince the world that Israel isn't run by a bunch of assholes. Well, if you want to convince, here's a cheaper way to convince the world that you're not a bunch of assholes. Just quit being assholes.
Exactly.
Okay, just let people live their lives. Let the Iranians live their lives. Let the rest of the Middle East live their lives. Let the rest of the world live their lives. You got your promised land. Leave everybody else alone. Okay, you leave everybody else alone. You do your little thing. You live your nice, happy, quiet life in Israel. We'll live our happy little lives wherever we live. You leave us alone. We'll leave you alone. And everybody can get along fine. You play in your sandbox. You don't come over here and shit in my sandbox, and I won't have to call you out for shitting in my sandbox, and you won't have to pay all this fucking money to social media influencers to try to convince the world that you didn't just shit in my sandbox.
Yeah.
Just seriously, quit shitting in my sandbox.
I read off a couple of articles from Ground News. A little bit ago, and now one article is that oil tanker crew must show some guts, sail through Strait of Hormuz. That's Trump shit.
Okay, what happened?
Oil tanker crews must show some guts, sail through Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, read the article off because that makes no fucking sense. I'm not sure what they're alluding to there.
On Monday, Donald Trump urged oil transportation companies and foreign flag tanker crews to resume transit through the Strait of Hormuz as global oil price surges over $100 a barrel.
Okay, yeah, I do have some information on that. Thank you for clarifying that, Robin. They want the Strait of Hormuz open, and the United States is pretty much going to be taking control of the Iranian side of that strait. Now, with this having happened and Hormuz being blocked off, Israel, not many people know this, Israel just bombed the shit out of most, if not all, of Iran's oil supply systems. They completely decimated it. So I'm not sure what percent of oil the rest of the world, or especially the United States, gets out of Iran. But even if it's a small percentage, that's still going to have a great impact with the Strait of Hormuz being blocked off, as well as these oil systems being completely decimated. And it's going to take years to rebuild that.
They want control of Hormuz just like they have control of the West Bank.
Yeah. Which they put themselves in a position to where they have no choice but to try to take control of Hormuz. They have no choice. They put themselves in a position, and now they are now forced to follow through to not only regain some semblance of stability so as not to hurt us economically too god-awful bad, but we also have to keep going now so as not to be seen as weak unless this new Ayatollah comes forward and says, okay, I want to work with the United States. Now, if they can play that game and go at least, then maybe they might be able to save face as far as not looking weak to the rest of the world. But the United States is going to, and Iran are going to have to come together and go, okay, I can, and Trump needs to go, okay, I can work with this new Ayatollah. Not necessarily what I want, but I'm willing to make a compromise. This is better than what we got. I've spoken with this person. I think we can make something work here. That would be the only way I think that Trump can save face and put an end to this conflict and get things back to a level of normality. But I don't know that Israel's going to allow that.
No, because Israel needs the United States.
Yeah.
They need us at light. They need a dig up the ass.
No, we need them like we need a dick in the ass. Because that's pretty much what it's been, is a dick in the ass.
Regional drones are working for shipping to largely half halt last week as the U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran military installation with large tankers anchorage forming. Strait of Hormuz normal handles 1/5 of global oil and over 90% of its flow of supplies. Asia economies led by China, where U.S. flag tankers account for about 0.6%.
Okay, that's still quite an impact. You know, because that's what it all comes down to. That's all these countries really have is their oil distribution. And now Iran's just been crippled. It's going to take them years, even if the war ended today, if the conflict ended today, it's going to take them years to rebuild these oil refineries and facilities.
Exactly. Analysts warned freight rate hit low highs on Friday due to geopolitical risk, while the VLCC earnings reached 480,000 daily, and the G7 economy's midday move cut oil price about above 20% on Monday. With about 150 launches left, Iran has threatened to set tankers on fire, with the IMO reports with at least 7 seafarers killed, with additional U.S. Navy naval assets may escort ships after one passed through Sunday with no problem.
Again, I think Trump's best bet is to just say, okay, I can work with this new Ayatollah and then squash the whole damn thing.
Exactly. But the thing is, he says, I get along with everybody. Okay?
Okay, then prove it. Put
yeah,
your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, but the thing is, how can he get along with anybody, right? I get along with everybody, okay? But the thing is, do they get along with you?
No.
I mean, if we get along with people, you gotta understand that. You have to understand the dynamics of each world leader plans for their country, you know. But the thing is, Congress never approved this. They never approved it. It's just another George W. Bush move.
Well, George Bush had congressional approval. Trump does not have any congressional approval to go to war. That's why it's just a militant strike or a series of militant strikes. Because he hasn't gotten congressional approval yet. And he's probably not going to get congressional approval. And especially with the move that he just made the past couple of days in telling Congress and the Senate that he will not sign any more bills into law until they pass the SAFE Act. Until the SAFE Act is passed, he's cock blocking any legislation from moving forward. He will not sign off on any legislation until the SAFE Act is passed.
those actions. Look. Those actions, the war against the I say the invasion of Iran, it's going to get him impeached.
Yeah. Frankly,
They're
right
already talking
now,
about it.
yeah, right now they're just skirting. He's skirting the law as to what he can get away with without congressional approval, and
He still
he's
needs that.
pushing it. Yeah.
He still needs. I mean, no matter what, brother, he still needs congressional approval. Yeah. All he's doing is doing what he wants to do.
No, he's not even doing what he wants to do. He's doing what Benjamin Netanyahu wants him to do.
Exactly.
This guy ain't thinking for himself.
He's Netanyahu's bitch, man. The fourth war. Look, he went from a billionaire real estate guy to president to now war criminal. He's a war criminal.
Yeah, absolutely. But here, check this out. I don't know all the legalities and the ins and outs of what he's doing. Currently, it's military strikes, which don't require congressional approval. It's the same shit that Obama did when he was drone striking motherfuckers. Only this time, Trump's doing it without drones. So he's skirting a very fine line in terms of legalities, but I'm sure there's some way to really kind of put the cuffs on this one. If they really wanted to look at the fine print, just like they did with the tariffs on China. It's the same thing.
Even if it does that,
just exploit the laws and bylaws of the system.
Well, even if it does that, it's still blown up in a sense because Israel has lost a lot of soldiers, a lot of troops.
They have.
We lost a lot of troops. It's all backfiring, man.
Well, not just that, but you have military personnel who are already saying that they don't want to fight in this war and they're looking to go find the legalities to oppose as conscientious objectors to this conflict so they don't have to and not be court-martialed.
Oh, big time.
And that really, and that kind of correlates back to what happened a few months ago when the Democrats made that little commercial of theirs saying that you don't have to follow unconstitutional orders, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now you're seeing that come full circle. I think this was all planned. And either Trump's a willing participant or he got played hard. And I refuse to believe anybody's legitimately that stupid. So he's got to be playing ball with this. It's all got to be part of the plan. And both sides are fucking playing it. I think that it's people figured out the old world.
I got $7 says he got played.
I wonder that because how can anybody be that stupid for one? And I think that Trump and JD Vance has confirmed this, that Trump's looking to start his own New World Order. The Epstein files stated that they wanted a MAGA-based New World Order. I'm thinking that the old New World Order agenda that we were sold on, the Clower and Piven, the economic collapse, the Great Reset, all that shit, I think that was just a front to get the country to go a hard left and accept a Trump-based New World Order without ever realizing it. Order out of chaos. It wasn't Clower and Piven. It was just straight up order out of chaos.
I think
I think it's going to be Israel as the front runner.
I think the whole thing is order out of chaos, man. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Whether he's skirting the law or not, it's not going to blow up in his face, man. I mean, shit. Watch. One target's going to change things. Hitting a you call it carrier, dude. All they have to do is hit a carrier, and that would definitely blow up in their face, man.
Well, not even that. I mean, you had that. What was it? That girls' school that got blown up because they had a military installation set up right next door to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of stupid in and of itself on the part of the Iranians, but still, if your whole premise is these people are inhumane, child killers, blah blah blah, and then you turn around and blow up a fucking school and kill, I think it was what, 50 little girls?
Yeah.
You're kind of the pot calling the kettle black.
It's equivalent.
And it's not gonna help.
Oh yeah. It's equivalent of saying that Smurfette was a innocent choir girl.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit, man.
It is. And, I think the only way out of this is for Trump to just go to the new Iranian prime minister, sit down, have a discussion with them, see if they can work out a deal, and then tell the American people in the world, it's like, okay, I couldn't work with the previous Ayatollah, but I can work with this individual. We're going to start pulling back. And then if Israel has a fucking shit fit about it, tell them to kick rocks. And if they want to continue on the conflict, they can continue it on by the damn self.
The actual reason is, if Israel did it themselves, they would be using nukes. That's why they have us in there, because they want to use their nukes and shit. Yeah,
the Samson option. Yep. Do what I say, I'm gonna blow up the fucking world.
Because Israel has about between 400 to 900 nuclear missiles, man.
Well, what needs to happen is, again, Trump needs to make peace with the new Iranian leader and go, okay, and tell the world, hey, I can work with this person. And then tell Israel, it's like, look, Bibi Netanyahu needs to step down and surrender to his war crimes, or we're going to remove him from power.
The only way to do that is you got. I mean, look. I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap for it here on YouTube and shit and other platforms. The only way they're going to make him the only way, and I'll be honest here, the only way they're going to remove Netanyahu is to how can I say this without violating the
unalive him?
Exactly.
Honestly, I'm wondering if maybe it might get to the point where the Israeli people just get tired of this shit and be like, okay, you know what? We're just going to remove this asshole ourselves. Just like in the book of not Genesis, the Old Testament, when the Israelites took over Israel, and they had that one motherfucker that was worshiping idols in his house. And God says, I'm going to wipe all you motherfuckers out of existence right now if you don't stop your idol bullshit. And they're like, wait a minute. No, we're not worshiping idols. What are you talking about, dude? What's up? Well, this guy's worshiping idols in his house. And all of Israel went to this guy and said, hey, asshole, what are you doing? You're going to get us all killed. God just said he's going to wipe us all out because of your idolatry. And they went to town on his ass. They weren't having it. And I think that's probably what's going to happen is the Israeli people are going to have to stand up to this small percentage of Chabad Jew Zionists and go, we're tired of you fucking putting a bullseye on our fucking back with your bullshit. It's time for you to go. And then clean house. I'm not against Israel being a state. I'm not got anything against the Jewish people. I just think, there's that small percentage that's fucking it up for everybody. And the Jewish people in particular need to stand up and stop allowing themselves to be accused of being self-hating Jews and just fucking clean house. and get these idol worshiping pedophile psychopaths out of their fucking hair before they get everybody killed.
Yeah. And he's happened because the thing is, he's. I mean, look, even the president of Israel needs to be removed too, because he ain't helping at all either. To say, look, dude, hey, that's enough, man. Enough damage has been done, you know. But if you go back a few months ago, the president of Pakistan really gave the president of Israel a verbal nut shot, dude. Seriously, a verbal nut shot, man. I'll sit there laughing like, and he's just like, just nothing to say because it's true.
Yeah. And then you had just a few days before the strikes that took place in Iran, the Iranians were burning those statues of Baal. Okay, now why are the Jews going to get upset about burning a statue of Baal if their God is Jehovah? Okay? Okay, if your God is Jehovah, the one that led you out of Egypt, why are you worried about Baal, the golden calf? Unless that's your God. And you've turned on God, Jehovah, again.
I tell you what, I'm gonna turn up a little bit to about 25 here.
Uh-oh.
There's this guy from Iraq. They call him the Iraqi Rambo.
Okay.
Bald head, long beard and shit, really buffed and shit, dude. I tell you what, if that guy ends up in Iran and helps him and shit, I tell you what, Israel needs to be careful because this guy carries a machete, an axe, and an AK-47, dude. I mean, this guy's.
He is quite literally the Middle Eastern Rambo.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see that play out.
ISIS put $1 million bounty on his ass, and they failed. He killed about 40 ISIS members and shit, man.
Impressive.
And he's getting one alive. He's getting one alive.
No shit.
No shit, man.
Wow.
He was one of Saddam's he was one of Saddam's revolutionary one of his revolutionary guards, man. Those guards, man, those guards in Iran and Iraq, they don't fuck around, dude. They don't play, dude, at all, man. They don't fuck around, dude. These are the guys that Saddam would send after terrorists, man.
Yeah, we know that Saddam Hussein didn't have a problem with terrorism in his country. Iraq was terrorist free despite what Israel tried to claim.
Yeah. And look at it now. Iran played their card, man. Putting in the son of Khomeini, dude, fucking smart, dude. You know.
Yeah.
It's laughable. Trump saying, "Well, I want to be there to be the first one to choose a new." Dude, go fuck yourself, man.
Well, again, it's not to say that it's not a smart idea. It's not to say that it wasn't a smart idea because of how badly the CIA and Israel have handled regime change in the past. They put bad motherfuckers in place, so I can say that I can understand from if I were in Trump's position, knowing that the CIA and Israel have a bad track record of installing new leadership in these respective countries during a regime change, I would say, nope, you ain't handling shit. I'm handling this shit. Okay, so not an apologist for Trump, but I can see the logic in that.
Yeah.
That was probably the one smart thing that he's done in regards to this conflict.
If I was him, I would not even set foot in Iran. I would stay in D.C.
I mean, I'm not saying go to Iran, but I would say, directly oversee the transference of power. Even if you did it from DC, but if you were the one in control of it, not Israel, not the CIA, not the Pentagon, but him directly, that probably would be a smart move from a leadership standpoint. I'm not saying from a Trump standpoint, I'm saying from a leadership standpoint. If the CIA and Israel have a bad track record of regime change and the people they're putting in, then yeah, the leader of the United States should definitely be the one to oversee that in lieu of the people who just keep fucking it up.
I think the idea, to be honest, that I wouldn't even want him in, because the thing is, he's not the smartest tool in the woodshop, man. I mean,
he's not.
I'm a smart guy. You may say you're smart, but the thing is, there's always a bigger fish. There's always a smart. There's always a smarter bird, man. In the run. But what Iran did, they just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna bring your son in, dude."
Yeah.
But whether they like it or not, hey, they made their choice, man.
Yeah, and hopefully somebody like Alex Jones, can get it in Trump's ear and go, "Hey, this is your opportunity to start pulling back on this conflict and say, okay, I can work with this guy. We're going to pull back now." And that would be this is the prime time, and Alex Jones needs to get that in Trump's get it instilled in Trump's head.
Yeah. I mean, the way we've been seeing this guy, I could probably tell right now, man. He could try to come up with something that may sound smart or genius. We know, and we've been seeing this since. I mean, for the last 15 years, man. We've seen a lot of fuck ups, a lot of.
I'm upside down now.
I mean, we've seen a lot of fuck ups from presidents like Bush, Obama, Biden, and Trump. Even from Clinton. How much stupidity can we handle?
Well, again, I mean, you get these people in office that are pretty much globalist puppets, whether they start out as puppets or whether they become puppets after the fact. Like I think Trump might have become. They become servants of the elite, and they're either legitimately dumb or they have to play dumb. Like George Bush, he played the part of the idiot elf, but that guy was fucking smart. Okay? Obama tried to play like he was smart, but that's where the idiocy shone through. He played the role of the idiot pretending to be smart. And I think that perhaps Trump is trying to do the same, trying to play smart and just looking stupid.
It's probably why he got Biden as VP. Obama did. I think the dumbass were both on him.
Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't again. Surprised it wasn't looking at Obama's.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Joe Biden not have any sort of political career prior to his vice presidency with the Obamas?
No.
Yeah, he was like their pool boy or some shit, right?
Allegedly his pool boy.
So, I mean, this man had no prior political experience and ran for the presidency based solely on the fact that he was the VP for the Obama administration. I mean, it could be worse. Could have had a guy who had numerous bankruptcies and failed businesses running for president. Oh, wait, we did.
Would you know? Again?
Yeah. So many MAGAs are fucking kicking themselves in the ass for this one. Because he
the thing is,
rolled in on the populist wave, hijacked it, called it MAGA, and then fucking went turncoat on everybody.
there ain't gonna be no MAGA world order, man. I mean, shit, MAGA turned on Trump for a reason, dude. You know, I mean, if you really take the time to really think, like, okay, why did they really leave? Okay, here's the list of stuff that Trump did that made it look stupid. You know, let's see, wanting to take over Greenland, fail. He remembered Maduro for what? Oil. For who?
Yeah, and we've seen no follow-up on that.
No. Except the interim president is on a leash. Trump has her on a leash.
Yeah, but you know what of Maduro? We captured him, he's arrested. Okay, what more from that front? We've seen nothing from that front. This guy was the fucking handler for all the fucking election fraud, for all the fucking drugs, for all the money laundering. He's got the name of all these fucking key players. And yet we hear nothing about it. We captured this guy who's got the fucking list of who's who and who did what. And we hear nothing, just crickets.
Okay. No. Remember when I mentioned about Panama?
Yeah.
Panama? Okay. All that should happen in Panama with the nearly 8,000 people killed by our military, which is a war crime, by the way. They're keeping it hush-hush like this one.
Yeah.
They're keeping it hush-hush like they did when they slaughtered nearly 8,000 people in Panama on the poor side of Panama. Why? They've even murdered journalists, local and international journalists.
Yep.
On whose orders? Bush Sr.
Orange Man.
Now, Venezuela, same scenario. Hush, hush, hush. Keep it. Now, the interim president the interim president who did win the Nobel Peace Prize is on a leash, forcing to cooperate under threat of violence by Trump.
Well, that's some kinky shit. I didn't know Trump had it in to be a fucking dominatrix. Oh, dude, that would make a great fucking t-shirt. Trump dressed in all fucking leather like a dominatrix.
That would be a bestseller, dude. I swear it would be, man. I do. Just think about it now. That would be like the #1 bestseller right now.
It would be. It would.
Man. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. That'd be as funny as seeing Bill Clinton in a blue dress.
Dude, it'd be even funnier because you figure like he's got the assless chaps, he's got the like the all leather get up with the leather and the chains, ashless chaps, small little Speedo, maybe a fucking bra holding up his man titties. Maybe one of those freaking leather biker hats
dude.
like the Village People wore. Like, what's his name from the Village People?
That right there would
Or
be
just dress him up as what's his name from the Village People. That would be funny too.
the biker.
Yeah, dress him up as the biker from the Village People and put a
Give him
freaking
mustache
cat
and
of nine tails in his hand.
give
That
him
would
mustache and
work
shit.
too.
Have Netanyahu dressed as a cowboy. The gay
Now
cowboy.
you just gave me another idea. Have BB shitting you who dressed up as a cowboy riding Trump like a horse.
that right there. I tell you what. If that was
But I
posted,
wind up in jail. Y'all know why.
That right there. I tell you what. If that shirt was on ash right now being advertised, I tell you what, people would be going, "I would order that." And I bet
I'm gonna see if AI will let me generate it.
Give it a shot, man. Give it a shot.
I will give it a shot. If so, you'll see it on freaking Monday when I freaking, or not Monday, because today's Monday. Wednesday when I post. I do got some new shirts coming out. I'm not gonna make the announcement yet, but I do got a couple shirts in the works. You've already seen one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even Connor shit his pants in joy for what I freaking posted. But for those who
he's seen the shirts, the one of the shirts that I wore. It was either the Shadow People or the Flower of Life.
Well,
You saw.
I do want everybody to know that I went through today and I have re-edited all the images on all the merchandise to where the black or white backgrounds will no longer be present on all future orders. Okay, the backgrounds, whether they be white or black, have been completely eliminated. And it will just be the art itself that will be on the shirt, which is allowed for more colors. So it's not going to just be black or white shirts. We can have any number of colors we want and any variety. So people will now have their pick of what kind of color shirt they want, except for the Shadow People shirts. Those will remain black or white just because of the way the design is. It wouldn't work for any other images. I tried my best on that, but the Shadow People shirts will remain black or white, but all other shirts will come in a variety of colors. The price will be a little more expensive because you have the diversity of colors, but we will still keep it at an absolute low price to where we make sure to get you the best deals for your buck on that. And with the new edits with these images, the Shadow People logo can now go on a hat as embroidered. Same with the Flower of Life, as well as just straight TW saying TWWRN across the front of the hat embroidered, or the TWWRN fire logo embroidered as well.
Now would it be a snap or Velcro or just like this here? Where it's like this?
I believe it would be a not a snap or a Velcro. Hold on, I have a shirt that, or not a shirt, hat from back in the day. I believe it's something like this.
Okay.
It's a little strap.
Okay.
I will pull that up right now and I will tell you more definitively.
Okay.
Because I'm on my phone right now, so I got to get back on my computer.
Okay.
And this computer is a piece of shit. So just please bear with me on that. Mhm. But yeah, the hats will kind of be like something like this, where you see the image embroidered on there, but there's no background. It'd be something like that.
Right on.
Yeah. So just give me 1 second here as soon as this is booted up. And I think that it'd be a funny image to put, Trump in some BDSM gear, or maybe just have him, as a horsey being ridden by BB shit and Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
I I still want to figure out how to, maybe put Benjamin Netanyahu's face on a Kenny Yoo-hoo. I think that'd just be funny. I don't know if I can make a T-shirt out of it, but I do think it'd be funny. Just
Put
because
on
I'm ornery like that.
put on a coffee. Put on a coffee. Oh, the what kind of funny is put it in a coffee cup and send it to him.
No, I'm not that nice. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on him.
No, it's fine, man. Just play. I just play.
All right, give me 1 second, brother. Let me scroll down.
If you want to get your shirts and hats and cups, go to twrn.printify.me.
Yeah,
You'll
it's
get your
realtwrn.printify.me. And there you go. I will actually bring it up right now. You can actually see what we've got here.
I got my shirts.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, $31. Nice embroidery there for the back of the hat. Come on. Gimme. What is this thing doing? I don't know what's happening. What's happening? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's got the little buckle strap thing in the back. But yeah.
I got my shirt. I got the white shirt with the shell people. That was what $22.99. Also got the Flower of Life. I also got the Flower of Life shirt. I also got the Flower of Life shirt. That was the same price, $22.99.
We now offer that in a variety of colors, so it's gone up from $22.99 to $27.08. But you got varying colors. Heather, military green, Irish green, royal blue, and navy blue. So that does make it a little more expensive. If you get the straight black shirt, it will be $22.99. But if you go for other varying colors, it's going to cost a little more. I will mess with that. I will see what more options I can give in terms of pricing on that.
What if the customer wanted a white shirt with Flower Life on it?
I can do that. We can add that as an option. In fact, I don't know why that didn't pop up as an option, because I could have sworn that I did that.
Now, would that be the same price as the black T-shirt version?
Quite possibly, yes. I try to go out of my way to optimize for the best possible pricing on the merchandise. But different shirts come from different suppliers. Such as, a green shirt might come from a different production company than a black shirt. So the price, that's where you're getting that price variance. But I will make sure to make the adjustments to where everybody gets a reasonable price regardless of what color shirt they get. So just keep an eye on that, because I want to make sure that everybody gets the best price.
We got some breaking news from Motorola. Wow. Breaking
What you
news
got?
from Motorola and Graphene OS is teaming up.
Oh shit!
Yes, Motorola is teaming up with Graphene OS because what happened with Graphene OS and Google, now you can still get your Pixel phone with Graphene OS, but there's a curveball. Motorola has contacted Graphene OS and they're going to install Graphene OS onto Motorola smartphone.
Oh wow, that is big.
Yes, it's huge news, guys. Huge news in the smartphone world. If you want to get a Motorola smartphone with Graphene OS, this is a game changer, folks. A huge game changer.
Yeah, that is huge. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go, bro, and because my phone's about to die.
All right.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on some of the pricing for these shirts and some of the merch. Get that straightened out. So I'll leave the rest of the show to you, and I'll get that reposted as soon as it's
okay. Here we go again. If you guys want to get your shirts at the Real TWRN store, go to realtwrn.printify.me. Get your merchandise, your shirts, your hats, your mugs, and even ladies, you can even get your butt plug for free. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's.
We do have the Zionist butt plug shirt. We do have the Zionist butt plug shirt
for $22.99. If you want to see Netanyahu look like a butt plug and a lemon penis, there you go.
No, it's the Zionist butt. We've got the Zionist butt plug shirt, and we've got Epstein's lemon penis. The wanted poster of Jeffrey Epstein's lemon penis. Courtesy of Little Aaron from Your Friday Dessert, the 3-episode little thing that we did a few months back. That was the gentleman that provided that little nugget to the Worldwide Resistance Network.
Right on,
Little
man.
Aaron.
All right, brother. We will see you on later this week on Tin Man TV.
Yep.
And we're gonna go ahead and put the turkey and the beaver in the oven. And
where'd the beaver come from?
I don't know. Probably from Alaska. Probably I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Probably parked fish. I don't know. All right, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Peace.
All right, man. Laters.
Bye.
Now, it's really thank you, Stan Meth, for appearing on the Anonymous Republic Network. And if you want to get your t-shirts and your mugs and your hats, check out Real TWRN store at the Real TWRN.printify.me. Now, pertaining to the issue with the invasion of Iran. Now, the Iranian people, Iran has a new supreme leader. He's the son of Khomeini, Ayatollah Khomeini, and who's been a leader of Iran for 40 years, and he's been assassinated by the combined attack of Israel and the United States, and now here's no fact about that. Israel has lost a lot of troops, and so has the United States. Seventh U.S. serviceman died and recognized as a sergeant. Again, all of this we blow up in their face. I mean, dude, it's not good for them, you know. But Congress didn't approve it, and it's bad. So, yeah. All right, folks, my name is Reverend Ordo. If you guys are new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and share this video, share this broadcast. Fuck up YouTube's algorithm. And always live healthy and happy and wise. I love you guys. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless. And may the force be with you all. Peace.